Kevin Costner, an iconic Hollywood actor known for his charisma both on and off screen, has captivated audiences through his roles in blockbuster films and his complex personal life. His rise to fame was marked by uncertainty and modest beginnings, reflecting none of the glitz and glamour typically associated with his later career. Years of high-profile dating have preceded Costner's love endeavors, which frequently parallel the dramatic turns of his film ventures. As we go further into his former relationships, the issue of whether he has finally discovered lasting love emerges amid affairs and traumatic divorces. Before we look at the actor's unpleasant past relationships, let's first examine what lead up to them. The actor may have finally found a companion to share the spotlight with after rising to stardom. In 1982, Costner made his film debut as an extra in the comedic Night Shift, a move that hardly made an impression on the general public. Around the same time, he made his debut in the business as an unremarkable partygoer. He made appearances in commercials and other small-scale motion pictures during this time, including one in Sizzle Beach, USA, which was shot in the late 1970s. There was uncertainty regarding the actual beginning of Costner's cinematic career as a result of this picture's stalled and intermittent release. The Big Chill 1983 director Lawrence Kasdan's decision to cast Costner in a small, eventually discarded role was a turning point in the film. After making an impression, Kasdan promised Costner a bigger part in a later production. This promise was fulfilled with Silverado 1985, a western that highlighted Costner's charisma and tough on-screen persona. Following Silverado, he saw a notable upturn in his career trajectory thanks to his captivating portrayal as the vivacious cowboy Jake, which delighted viewers. After securing the part of Elliot Ness in The Untouchables 1987, which paired him with Sean Connery and Robert De Niro in addition to historical gangland personalities, Costner's career gained tremendous impetus. He portrayed NES with a focused intensity that both audiences and critics found compelling. Costner chose parts that suited his abilities and appealed to American sensibilities in the years after The Untouchables, most notably starring in Bull Durham 1988 and Field of Dreams 1989. The apex of Costner's early career was achieved with Dances with Wolves, 1990, in which he faced criticism from the industry while assuming the roles of both director and star. His vision and versatile talent were highlighted by the multiple Academy Awards the film received, including Best Picture and Best Director. The personal hardships and sacrifices that had led to Costner's rising stardom started to come to light as his career reached its pinnacle, hinting at a turbulent period in his private life that would call into question his flawless public persona. In 1975, Kevin Costner and Cindy Silva were both attending California State University Fullerton as undergraduate students. They seemed like the epitome of a young couple with common goals and affection. Over the course of their marriage, the couple welcomed 3 children as their careers took off. The 1990s presented further difficulties for Costner, too, as her parts frequently called for a beautiful and charismatic leading male, which did little to stop the escalating suspicions of infidelity. Their relationship suffered greatly as a result of the ongoing speculation and media attention brought on by Costner's protracted absences for movie shoots. By helping Costner with his job and taking care of their kids, Silva made an effort to keep the family together. He even participated in the creation of Dances with Wolves, which won multiple Oscars and was a turning point in Costner's career. After spending time apart and dealing with celebrity allegations, the marriage collapsed in 1994 and Silva was awarded a sizable financial settlement, reported to be in the neighborhood of $80 million. For Costner, the dissolution of his marriage was a significant personal loss. Midway through the 1990s, Kevin Costner's dating life was characterized by a string of short meetings and partnerships with prominent women. After his 16-year marriage to Cindy Silva ended, he met the wealthy family of Bridget Rooney, who are well known for owning the Pittsburgh Steelers and their charitable activities. Rooney's relationship with Costner had major long-term repercussions, although she had little desire for notoriety or financial support from her industry contacts. When Rooney got pregnant in 1996, she knew for sure who her child's father was. The two had cooled off after Rooney gave birth to a boy named Liam, but in the early 2000s, there was still a question over Liam's paternity. Costner promised to support his son's upbringing and set up a trust fund for Liam's education. Costner briefly fell in love with American journalist Joan London, who was well known for her work on ABC's Good Morning America, in the middle of the 1990s. Although there were charming and conventional wooing moments in their romance, the heavy media attention and public scrutiny hindered the relationship's growth. Costner's personal life has frequently reflected the vibrancy and diversity of his on-screen personas. His romantic history is filled with unique chapters from the women he has been linked to. Costner's romantic life came into contact with the fashion and celebrity worlds in the mid-1990s, involving Tony Little, Elmo McCormick, Angie Everhart, and British socialite Birgit Cunningham. Costner's personal life was shown in these short-lived but closely examined relationships as complex and captivating, each of which brought him closeness and companionship but ultimately led to his ongoing quest for enduring love. Before ending in a highly publicized and acrimonious divorce, Kevin Costner's second marriage to Christine Baumgartner started with idealistic promises and shared goals over a period of over 2 decades. When the pair first met in the middle of the 1990s, Costner was still mired in the aftereffects of his previous marriage. A few years later, their romance took off, and they were married in 2004 at Cost Scenic Ranch, which is close to Aspen, Colorado. Together, Caden Hayes and Grace had 3 children. But as time went on, their relationship's complexity grew more and more intricate. When Gartner filed for divorce in May 2023, it was not only a court case but also a public spectacle that brought their vast collection of joint assets and very private issues into the public eye. An amicable settlement between the couple allowed them to avoid a December trial in Santa Barbara County, California. With this resolution, a contentious chapter in their life came to an end, allowing Costner and Baumgartner to go on in peace and dignity. Their relationship began at a charity function held on Richard Branson's island home, Necker, in the British Virgin Islands. Kevin found a similar spirit in Jewel, a well-known figure in the music business, whose appreciation of life's intricacies and the rustic outdoors matched his own. Their increasing connection was facilitated by their mutual regard for each other's work and their shared experiences in the spotlight. With an easygoing and natural progression mentality, Kevin and Jewel were both hopeful about the future and mindful of their past and their partnership. Their relationship seemed to have a bright future because of its simplicity, a combination of respect for one another, common interests, and the restorative qualities of love. So viewers, for the next update please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.